everybody, this is Joel Kennedy with Kennedy Violins. So today's video is just a quick video about what the difference is between a beginner and an intermediate violin. Now, the difference between a beginner versus an intermediate violin is pretty subjective. So today I'm just going to explain briefly the way in which most shops define a beginner and an intermediate violin, and how Kennedy Violin specifically does exactly that. Now, a beginner violin is pretty easy to define. It's for a person who's probably had 0 to 2 or 3 years of experience playing the violin. Now, an intermediate violin is usually defined by 2 metrics: price and the experience level of the person who's playing the violin. Oh, and by the way, if you like this content, just go ahead and click subscribe and that little alert bell, and because I'm going to be creating a lot more videos like this. First of all, price. Now, most violin shops don't play test their violins. What they do is they buy them from wholesalers who give the violins labels like beginner, intermediate, master series, advanced, whatever, and then they attach a price to it. So then the shops, in kind, give those violins the same labels and then sell them as such. Now, in terms of experience level of player, even though most shops get their labels of their violins from the wholesaler that they purchase from, they would probably all still agree that an intermediate violin is meant for a person who's played for at least 2 years, and they'll probably be happy with the violin for at least 2 to 5 years. But it really depends on the experience level and practice habits of the student, right? So if you are a student who has no teacher and you don't practice very much, well, your intermediate violin is probably going to last quite a while. But if you practice pretty consistently and you have a private instructor, most importantly, well, you're going to advance a lot faster, and so you'll need to upgrade instruments a lot quicker than somebody who doesn't have private lessons. So number 1 is the bridge. So with our intermediate violins, we generally put a French bridge on there, and the French bridge helps with durability and sound production. So the second criteria is what varnish is on the violin. Now, most beginning violins will generally have a lacquer finish or a lacquer hybrid oil or something like that. Our intermediate violins all have some type of oil finish or perhaps a spirit finish on them. And the type of finish not only makes them look nicer, but it helps with sound production as well. So the third metric would be the internal carving of the violin. So how much time is spent carving the insides of the violin will determine its overall sound and playability. So the fourth, which of course is related to pretty much all the others, is the overall sound quality and playability of the violin. So we play test all of our violins. So we're very, very aware of what each maker and what each model produces in terms of its sound and playability. So our violins are graded as such. So guys, I hope this video helps. And if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe. And remember, at Kennedy Violins, we're all players and teachers. So if you have any other kinds of questions, of course, you can always check my other videos I've done. I've done a whole bunch of them. Or you can just contact us, and we're always happy to be of any help that we can. Have a great day.